a luxury I don't have with the SV. I've had to take the oil out cold because obviously it's not running, is it? But it's something that I needed to do because, I mean, it's still quite a good consistency, but it's really dark. So I'm just going to let that drain. I'm in no rush. I can't do anything with it at the moment. I was digging through the of the coil issue, or what I think is a coil issue. I'm now less convinced, but I've got to give it a go, haven't I? And start with what you know. I understand the coils, I know how they work. Yeah, and they're a fairly easy in and out technique. A few people have suggested about the ignition, or the ignition switch. So through Charlie at the Motorcycle Rescuer, a guy got in touch, suggested bridging between the red and the orange, so disconnecting, bridge between and start. I was surprised that that worked, to be honest, but it did. The starter motor started, but it's still not chucking through enough in there. I've chucked on my new boost box, my new and improved boost box / charger onto the battery on there, see if I was getting enough power to kick the starter motor over, but not enough to get a spark. No joy on that either, so it's just not creating a spark. So I'm starting at the sparks and working my way back, basically. So I've got new spark plugs on order, new coils on order, and I'll see what happens from there before I start digging through more of the electronics of this bike that is slowly doing me head in. Right, so I might turn you back on once I've got the bolts off on that, and we'll just start draining the oil. Okay, so the world's largest oil sump bolt out, with a bit of encouragement from the encourager, a little bit of rubber mallet on there. So what? It's not too bad. It's really dark as usual, but that's fine. There's no great concerns out there. There's no great lumps. There's no great chunks. This has got 2 bolts, this one, which thoroughly confuses me. And I elected for the one at the back because the one at the front wasn't moving. Yeah, a bit strange. Never mind. So I've got it hooked up on its centre stand. It's something I do need to sort out with the centre stand because it works, but there's no nothing to put your foot on, I suppose. You can jam a screwdriver on, get it up to work on it, and I'll see what I can do with that. It needs a long bolt or something running through it. Not got a great deal of time today. We shall see. What I'm going to start doing is just stripping it back a bit, ready to go. So what's going to need to happen, the kickstand, that's the word I was looking for. It even says it on the side, lunatic. The kickstand needs to come off, which is just the bolt there. The foot peg needs to come off. I might start loosening bits off. I don't know what this gasket's going to be like in there. If I get time, I'll take the whole side off and I'll have a bit of a look. But what I am going to do before I do anything like this is take so many photos. So, you know, if you are a hobbyist like myself, the oil level is really high actually, I've got to remember that. If you're a hobbyist like myself, and not a professional mechanic, makes sense just to take pictures so you knew what it looked like before you took it apart. That spare bit, where does that go? You know, all of that normal stuff you end up with. So yeah, I'm going to take a load of photos, stash them somewhere where I remember them, and see how we get on. Cool. Okay, so strip down more than I hate to have to. Let's take the pipe and the exhaust off, for the most stupid reason. Didn't take a lot, to be honest, only 3 or 4 bolts, to try and get the brake pedal off. It was hitting the exhaust, so I couldn't get it off, which is really irritating. Well, no, it's not irritating, it's just a bit of a pain in the ass. Right, so that is me stripped down. Oh, they're Allen's. That's interesting, wasn't expecting that. Right, still dripping a little bit. What I might do is just check on how easy these are to get off. May even whip it off like me here. Cool. Okay, just try setting you up over my shoulder there. What's your view like yet? So What I've done again is just grabbed a bit of cardboard. All of these bolts are different lengths, and the easiest way to make sure they're in the same one is to mark it up. He says, I have no idea what that is. Come on, you bitch. Where are you stuck? Oh, I can see cogs. So it's round this bottom end. gasket's nearly come off in a wanna. I think I am gonna have to replace it though, that's fine. Simple enough job. Right, so the bit that I want to get to is right out the back of that, but in fact I might just be able to see it underneath. In fact I can see the problem. So let me pause it and I'll show you. So, well, I'm lying on my stomach in a garage, which is never pleasant. I'm on a driveway. If you look right the way through the back there, you can see that hook. That is the bit that goes around it, that goes around the starter gear. So it's the pin that goes around the starter gear. You see it's kind of horseshoe shaped. See, next to it there is that horseshoe shaped reservoir that should have been set up in. So I've got to take all of this off, which I don't think I'm going to do now. I might just leave this to drain a little bit, pull off that cog, get to the starter cog which is right behind it, squeeze that horseshoe, squeeze that closer together so that's got more purchase, and then put it back in and put it back on the side. Now there are replacement ones of these. Now they might have been replaced, that according to the manual you get with it. There you go, that little horseshoe sits there rather than in the hook, so it might have been replaced at some point, and either put in incorrectly or it's the replacement one that doesn't go in, it just goes in there. Now the reason it's there is to stop it from moving, so it's not moving, it's not spinning around or anything, it is doing its job, so it is holding it there. But that's what I need to get to, and to get to that I need to take all of this off to get there, which, oh there you go, there's a good example. So let's see the hook piece there. Oh, there we go. Oh gosh, I'm shaking. Yep, see it's in the recess there. Yeah, and that's another exactly the same system on the starter. So what? I know what I need to do. First things first, I need to get this bad boy off. Do you know what? I might give it a quick go now just to see how stiff it is. I just realised I wasn't filming there. Yeah, fine, look at that, there's still a load of recess left on those. I'll try and keep those together for fear of losing stuff. Yeah, so I've got to get that off the clutch basket around the outside to get to what I need to get to, which is underneath it, which I am not going to get time to do right now, but at least I've got it stripped and draining nicely. Which is cool. Right, So, acknowledging that I am leaving you slightly hanging because I would have loved to have just belted through this and done it in one go, but I have other things to do today, non-bike related. I am thoroughly enjoying doing that because I've not done this before, but I do need to check what I'm doing to make sure I'm doing it right. So, where are we with stuff? I'm waiting on the new coils for the SV, hoping that it kills the issue, hoping I realise how much I am reaching there. I haven't really tested the coils to make sure that is the issue, but logically I think it is, and logically I think it may well have just been running off one cylinder beforehand, so when that one went, that was the last one. Yeah, so that's on the SV. On this, it is that starter issue that we're trying to get to, and that starter gear, which is the one that I pointed out a second ago, right underneath there. So I will leave this for now. I'll get the rest of the clutch basket off once I've looked up how to do it. The best way, I might have to chock that, pull that out, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, and then the whole external basket doesn't come. Yeah, make sure that I'm not going to do anything stupid or break anything while I'm doing that. I am trying to repair it, not destroy it more. Oh, all my knees. Old age gets to the best of us, and it is cold today as well, which don't help. So I'll put that plug in there as well. Yeah, so not a great deal of progress today, but enough to make me feel like I've achieved something. Cool. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to do. I don't think there is at the moment. I'm just going to push this away and then go play. Right, I hope you're enjoying what you're watching. Oh, that's what I wanted to cover actually. I was watching my subscriber count as it got up to 100, and I was getting really excited, and then got to 100 and stopped getting excited, stopped thinking about it, and it's now on over 160, which I'm well chuffed about. So if you're enjoying this little bit of fun and games, then just please
You right?
subscribe. Yeah, all good, mate. Sorry, interrupted by neighbours there. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, 160. I'm well impressed. Yeah, so if you're enjoying what you see, please subscribe, like, share, all of that sort of good stuff. I'm learning every day that I mess around with bikes. I learn a lot from watching other people as well. I'm hoping that some of the stuff I do makes it onto that library of things people watch to learn from. I would argue a lot of it is a bad example as much as a good example, but yeah, as long as someone learns, it's worthwhile doing. If you're tempted to give this sort of stuff a go, do it. Do it. I mean, the basic tools aren't expensive. You could spend an absolute fortune on the best tools, but actually the basics ones do the job just as well, arguably, almost as well. You can get hold of a cheap bike for very little and have a tinker, have a play. If it all goes horribly wrong, you've got spare parts. If it all goes horribly wrong, just flog it on to some other lunatic to try and have a go at fixing, because it's kind of what we do. We'll share it around. Yeah, that'll do me. I'll go and tidy up and get my house and get my hands clean because they're minging. Right, catch you later. Cheers now. Bye bye.